And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Hello again and welcome to today's show. Up first, hazardous weather graphic. There's dense smoke advisories out here for the central interior into the Tanana Valley around the Fairbanks area for dense smoke until noontime Tuesday. Actually, a lot of pretty smoky conditions extend northward into the Yukon Valley, actually all the way up across the Brooks Range into the North Slope areas there, but the advisory is being carried down in here. And from there, we'll go to the fire danger forecast for tomorrow, and you can see it's greatly improved here over the eastern interior, even up in the Yukon Flats all the way to the Brooks Range with the cloudy, cooler conditions, higher humidities, and some showers moving in. You can see Copper River Basin now just high fire danger there, and some spotty areas of high to very high fire danger extending up toward the eastern Brooks Range, and then the North Slope. Still quite an area of high fire danger up in that location. Otherwise, pretty good everywhere else. A lot of blue across most of the remainder of the state. Satellite imagery today showing a lot of sunshine in the central interior again, but also smoke. Not showing up on here is the smoke conditions there. And we'll see that here along the north coast. There we go. Here's today's imagery. I don't know how that other band snuck in there. We're still looking at low pressure here over the northwest Bering Sea, or the northern Bering there, circulating more clouds and moisture into St. Lawrence Island. Winds gradually coming down today, still a little breezy around Nome. Earlier, Bethel had a gust to 30 miles an hour. And areas of showers and light rain through this area with cloudy skies, mostly cloudy skies. Clouds you can see moving in brought a little bit of light rain. A few hundredths of an inch falling around Fairbanks and Nenana today. And clear skies, not completely clear, a lot of smoke as I mentioned, but it's enough sunshine there to allow temperatures back into the 80s over the Yukon Flats areas. And then cloudier conditions down across the Copper River Basin. Had some areas of rain up to maybe a quarter inch falling in the Susitna Valley earlier today. And then breaking out to some sunshine here over Cook Inlet and into the southern Susitna Valley this afternoon, Matanuska Valley. Clouds for the Prince William Sound area. And then the next storm here pushing in toward the southeast coast, bringing winds gusting anywhere from 35 to 45 miles per hour over the southern panhandle today, especially along the coast where gale warnings are out all day today, with anywhere from a quarter to a half inch of rain falling so far over the southern southeast coastal areas. Otherwise, there's this low persistent here, not really moving a whole lot, just kind of weakening in place there, occasionally spinning bands of showers and clouds into the western interior. And dry again, but a lot of smoke up over the North Slope areas on out to the Arctic coast there, but dry conditions. Temperatures still into the 70s today up in that area, especially along the North Slope. Cooler though along the Arctic coast there, lower 50s on the central coast earlier today. And then a couple of troughs bringing low clouds, fog, and drizzle into areas of the Aleutians. And for tonight, that one trough here swings some light rain, fog and drizzle into the Pribilofs, eastern Aleutians spreading into the Alaska Peninsula. Weak southwest flow will pull that up to the coastline into the Kuskokwim Bay area later tonight. And that low still slowly weakening and not moving a whole lot yet there, keeping some showers over Norton Sound, but not much. Looks like drying out here with some weak high pressure moving into the interior here. Band of showers, though, will linger along the western Alaska Range. Showers and thunderstorms this evening up over in the green shaded areas here of the interior up toward the Brooks Range locations, but pretty light winds across much of interior Alaska all the way out to the Arctic coast. And this front now weakening, the low off the coast there. Periods of rain with that front hanging up along the central and southern areas. Some rain chances all the way up toward Haines, Juneau, Haines, and maybe a shower or two for Yakutat. Drying out along the North Gulf Coast and the Copper River Basin. Looks dry, but mostly cloudy skies anticipated. Then for tomorrow, showers for the southeast coast. Showers and thunderstorms. Thunderstorms from the Alaska Range across eastern interior up to the eastern North Slope here in the green shaded areas. Eagle. Cloudier, cooler conditions. Still some lower 80s popping up in some areas, but definitely down into the 70s. And 60s and 50s, with the 50s right along the Bering Sea coast there. Another low spreading more rain up into the Bristol Bay area with showers trying to push into Kodiak Island. And again, this low stuck out there southwest of St. Lawrence Island, but really becoming less of a feature, less of a factor here for the weather. Kind of another trough once again, spreading showers across the Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta. A few showers possible for the Seward Peninsula and the east or the northwest part of the state, but dry with light winds over the Aleutians and southern Bering Sea. And then the outlook for Wednesday, that low finally kicking eastward here continues to weaken, but that'll bring more clouds, keep it unsettled here from about Norton Sound, south coast of the Seward Peninsula, risk of a shower all the way down to northern Bristol Bay. Cloudier and wetter conditions here across the southern half of the state. Some of that moisture all the way up across the Koyukuk and possibly Kobuk Valley to the southern slopes of the Brooks Range, with a good chance of showers and thunderstorms again along the eastern Alaska Range, with showers in the Copper River Basin, light rain or showers for the North Gulf Coast, and still showery for the Panhandle. Lows tonight, most areas just about all areas in the 50s, although upper 40s here for Bristol Bay, and 40s for the central and eastern Arctic coast, upper 40s out west there for the Aleutians and Bering Sea. Highs tomorrow definitely coming down from what we've seen into the 70s, 81 up over the Yukon Flats for Yukon, Beaver, Chalk-Yitzhak, for example. 60s for the Panhandle, 60s southern Alaska, Susitna Valley. Some areas may reach the lower 70s as well as in the Copper River Basin, but cooler 50s here to the southwest up to St. Lawrence Island, and 50s there over the Aleutians. And then for the lows the following morning, lower to mid-40s now for the Arctic coast, otherwise in the 50s everywhere else, but still some upper 40s for Bristol Bay, the Alaska Peninsula, Aleutians, mid-50s for the Panhandle. And moving on to the highs, not much change, lower 70s, lower to mid-70s central interior, up to the North Slope once again, maybe some lower 80s over the Yukon Flats. That'd definitely be the warmest area in the state for the next couple of days, but lower 70s here for the upper Tanana Valley 40-mile country, actually all the way out to Tanana and Galena, near 70 for McGrath and Nikolai, 60s everywhere else across southern Alaska and the Panhandle, 50s out over the Bering Sea.